Hi, I'm Hilda and welcome to my channel. This video is an advanced Pilates Mat series. It is made for anyone who likes to take things a notch up and challenge themselves in their Pilates exercise workout. We will start with basic movements to prepare ourselves, and for those who like to challenge themselves, there will be increasing difficulty and challenge in each movement. So take it at your own pace, do what you feel like and enjoy. We're gonna be starting slow. Start to wave the spine to create more mobility and space in our spine first. It is really important to set it up as a little foundation and preparation before we move on to the more progressive movements. And when you're ready, you're going to bend your knees slightly, reach your legs to the front as you scoop your belly in and roll down your lower back only up to your kidney area, and then slowly use your legs to help you to come back up. Sit on your sit bones and slowly roll down again. This time go further down to the end tip of your shoulder blades and roll yourself up again. That is a very good base to connect ourselves to the core. Now we can start to hold the back of our thighs here. As we roll down, lift our legs up, creating more space in the lumbar region. That would help us a lot as we progress through the movements. You can use a little bit of momentum here to help you to come up as you do a rolling like a ball motion here. And then, when you're ready, let's take things a little notch up higher. Start to vary the pace a little bit. Roll down very slowly again without the help of momentum. With the scoop of your belly and the length of the lower back that you have established just now. And when you're ready, keep your feet off the floor, hands off, using your abdominal scoop to hold you there. Breathe and slowly bring your feet down. Take things a notch further, straighten your legs out and gently bend it in again using your core connection, your deep abdominal scoop to help you do it. The movement need not be big, but it has to be well controlled and deeply connected to your core. Let's try to roll down even slower now, one vertebra at a time, all the way down. Use your arm to circle up. And again, scoop your belly in. Lengthening the legs forward is really important to engage the legs here. It will help us to come up more smoothly. Again, we're going for deep core connection here. We are not using momentum. We are strengthening the deep abdominal muscles. We're going to start to work cross-section now. Reach your arm to the opposite side of the bent knee. We'll be working the obliques here. And as you reach out, try to reach diagonally forward and not sideways here. Come up slowly, reach and pulse. Less is more. You can lengthen out your leg and pull yourself up a little bit higher for a deeper connection. We're going to be pulsating longer now. Bend your elbows to curl deeper and reach more diagonally forward here. The more you do this, the more satisfying it is because the sweeter the sensation, burning sensation in your obliques is, and it's really effective in building all-round core strength. Now let's imagine yourself like a bundle, pulling your legs towards you. Try to narrow the gap between the chest and the thigh. Deeply scoop your abdominal. I can't say enough about the importance of that because once we have that, we'll be free to do any other movements or exercises safely and freely. Again, pull yourself up, bend the elbows, use that as a leverage to bring your chest even closer. Enjoy the sensation. And pull your legs towards you more to close in on the gap between your chest and your thigh. And imagine yourself really round like a bundle, really scooping the belly in. Pull your leg in with resistance here. So while you are pulling it in with your arm, you're also trying to reach your leg away. The same resistance applies here, only this time one leg is straight up to the ceiling or the sky. Point your toes, really pull it towards you while the other leg reaches away. Go for the extra traction when you pull your leg in more. Keep both legs at a vertical angle as you open it in and out. Be sure to keep both circles equal, not tilting one way or the other, keeping the pelvis square. This is a classic Pilates movement that's not in the syllabus of many Pilates courses today. I'm not sure why, but I love it because part of it has got to do with the femur rotating in the hip socket, maintaining, of course, deep core connection as you do that. And when you circle, again, it's so important to keep the pelvis square while you are moving the bone in the hip socket here. It's a lot of challenge in your stability, and it's absolutely fundamental in helping us to build a deep strength within. The key thing about this movement is to keep your pelvis pushing forward with the hip joints extended instead of flexed. Start to circle from your hip joints, only very small motion, the size of your head. Again, less is more. Don't try to lift the leg up any higher because once you do that, your torso will collapse. We want to maintain a nice slanting and straight torso on both sides here. Keep the bent knee externally rotated and then slowly straighten it out and bring it down from your inner thigh. Tap twice in front, once behind. Now twice behind and once in front. Use the strength of your inner thigh to lift the bottom leg up. Keep flexed and lift it only a little bit while keeping the pelvis stable. And draw small circles using the connection from your inner thigh to your pelvic floor to your deep abdominal strength here. I can't say enough about how important that is. Keep the pelvis square and don't shorten the side of your hips where your leg is extended. Tap with your glute muscles here and make sure you only have your big toe pointing down, not your whole foot. We're not resting here, we are reaching our fingers towards our toes by lengthening the torso on the underside. This is the second side. We'll be repeating everything we just did on the side. So everyone has imbalances. On the second side, you might feel easier or a little bit more challenge, but that's okay. Keep to the same principles. Connect deeply to your core and go for the extra reach, extra elongation as you do each movement. When it comes to glute movements, less is more. Connect to your inner thigh as it helps to bring our leg back and forth. Whenever the leg comes back, make sure it's kept to the same alignment as it started. This way, we'll be sure to be using the very important glute minimus. When you're ready, lift your leg out here. Make sure it is diagonally rotated. And make sure your knee is not dropping. Do a very slow, gentle kickback from your glutes all the way to your heel. Make sure that you're not twisting from your lumbar spine as you bring your leg out. Do it really slowly. And from here, you're going to start to extend your leg out again, making sure your knee is not dropping and that you're not too twisted in your pelvis here. Reaching out through your heel, really extending your leg here. Draw small circles only because we don't want to compromise the alignment. Keep the lumbar undisturbed as you bring the leg up, only moving from your glute muscles as well as your inner thighs. Same principle applies here. The lower back remains undisturbed. You're using the glutes and in this case a hamstring to bring the leg up a little bit and down. Keep the pelvis stable as you do this. As you hold, try to use your abdominal to do it rather than the strength of your legs. Stack your wrist, elbow in line with your shoulders. Just make sure they're not too far out or too far in. Alignment is absolutely important here. In this case, besides your wrist, elbow, and shoulders, make sure you really stack your feet, your knee, and your hips together. In other words, align your legs together on top of one another. When you bend over, just feel the side of the ribs really opening, elongating, and give yourself a nice good release. And counter bend to the other side. Twist your thoracic spine, in other words, your rib cage. Keep the legs absolutely stretched out and pelvis still as you do that. This way we'll be getting the most out of this thoracic rotation spine twist motion. Give yourself a nice deep stretch, reaching your forehead to your knee and your knee to your forehead here. lift your arms up and dive down. Arch your spine to come up and exhale here. Again, open up your arms, inhale, exhale, dive down, straighten your spine, arch up, and slowly release down. Here, repeat a few more times. It's important to breathe deeply after a long session doing advanced movements. So just make sure you take your time to breathe and elongate out here as a nice, good, deep stretch for yourself. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Like and subscribe. Keep moving, keep getting better. Movement has been my form of self-care for over 20 years, and I want to show you how you too can move and take better care of yourself every day.